another reaction. And for this reaction, I'm super fucking excited. To be completely honest, I've not watched that much anime in 2020 because of Corona, because of family things, because of a lot of things that have been happening. I think I'm not the only one. I think there's a lot of people there that has been busy with other stuff, especially because of Corona. But now, I'm gonna react to my favorite thing of all time. Like you can already tell, I'm kind of I'm kind of a weeb myself. Okay, I need to admit it. Okay, sorry for the girls out there. I know you're missing out on this amazing face, but I'm too busy with anime. If you like this video, in the end, I would like you to press the like button. If you don't like it, press the dislike button 2 times. That's very, very fucking important. I know that joke has been used like a million times. And make sure to subscribe. And without further ado, I just want to react to this video anyways. So, let's go. The top 10 most epic anime fights of 2020. God of High School. Honestly, I've not seen that much anime in 2020. Like I said.
Too long ago, but we're actually in the last few weeks of 2020 already. Time's flown by, largely in part to the situation of the world at large. Nevertheless, the recovery of the anime industry is a tale for
I think this was made in December.
Amazed at Japanese resiliency that managed to still bring us these shows that we love. So for today,
that is very true. The thing that this guy's saying, that's very, very fucking true. That Japanese anime companies or like the animators in general have been making these animes even though the situation has been fucking rough. Sorry for stopping. I'm gonna stop the video whenever I fucking want because that's what I do. I'm sorry about that. But I just want to talk sometimes. I want to give you some, I guess, some content, not only reaction, because there's so many reaction videos that only like just watch something that's fucking annoying. I just want to give you something else also, you know. Anyways, I agree with this guy 100%.
Today I'll be going through 10 of the best anime fights in 2020. Because let's be honest, half of the guys who like shonen series like anime for the fantasy and the fights, and we'll be taking a look at the best of the both of them today. As a precaution,
True.
there will be spoilers on this list, but I'll try to keep them to a minimum. Also, I won't be including stuff from fall 2020, even though I've already had some candidates in mind. I'll be saving that for the fall fights video, or maybe a volume 2 of this video. Now, before anything, I'd like you to subscribe and help this channel reach its next milestone. Your contribution would be much appreciated.
I saw a little snit of Black Clover there. I stopped watching Black Clover a long time ago, but a lot of people say it's worth it to continue. I don't know. I just, I don't know why I stopped watching, to be completely honest. I don't know. It had a, I don't know.
Where everyone teams up against Demon in Black Clover.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I legitimately think that Black Clover's become an underrated show. It may be because of the bad publicity it had when it first aired, but it had...
Okay, let's go back to it. So the reason I stopped watching Black Clover, let me think about it. I feel like they should have continued to like go with the plot line or go with the story, but they went completely different way and they focused so much on the main character, and his like goofy jokes and everything like that. I think they should have focused much more on the storyline. I guess they did that, but it's kind of scattered all around. I feel like, and it's more about I don't know. I just couldn't focus on 2 things at the same time. There has this storyline, this guy, and like I don't know. I just I don't know. My brain couldn't handle it for some reason. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'm sorry.
A battle shonen is nothing without good fights, but we see a prime example of what Black Clover brings to the table with this fight. This fight pretty much encapsulates what a shonen fight is. Tense circumstances, a seemingly unbeatable foe, old reliable allies pitching in and joining the fight with their own awesome stunts. Seeing Asuna surpass his limits while the opening music plays in the background sent chills down my spine, really. The finishing move's probably one of my...
Kinda looks like shit. I don't know, the graphics, I don't know, kind of looks bad. Even in this fight, it kind of looks shit. Not gonna lie. It doesn't look that good.
Period. It's too bad that many people sleep on Black Clover, but I think it's done pretty well for itself given the circumstances.
Like, how many times have we seen this scene in anime in general? This foe, he's getting obliterated, blah blah blah, sword fight, you know, like, I don't know. I'm just sick of seeing this shit. It's so overused, you know. Typically shonen, I guess.
Coming up next is a fight from Gleipnir. Shuichi and Claire versus Hikawa.
Never heard about this anime. What the fuck? Is that a big fucking... Is that a big furry?
The dynamic duo of Shuichi and Claire had a tough
Ooh.
while getting used to their powers. They'd barely gotten an idea of the whole coin collecting business and their powers before they get shoved into the battle royale by Hikawa and her powerful limbs. The fight is
You see, I'm sorry for going back. I will just show you something. I will go. So we are at 250. I will just show you something. So you have this, right? You have this.
pretty well for itself given the circumstances.
Like, you have this, right? Very like, but I feel like this fighting right here is much more, like, this fighting is much cooler to look at. You know? You see the difference?
The thing ends up with us getting a glimpse of Claire's ruthless side, but not before we get to see some great animation courtesy of Pine Jack.
Great animation, exactly.
Because it's one of the things that put Gleipnir on the map. Thanks to how the fight was done in a way that outdoes its manga counterpart.
I really like the fighting. I never see this anime. Never seen this anime. The fighting looks amazing.
In the admittedly dry spring season, it then led the way to more amazing fights that we'll see down the line, but in terms of actual visuals, none of them come close to this one.
Very cool. I agree with this guy. I understand why he put a Black Clover on the 10th spot and this one is in the 9th. I will see the next ones that are coming up, but it does 100% deserves a better spot than Black Clover. I don't know. The Black Clover fight looks like, nothing special. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry for the Black Clover fans. Just saying.
It's something big. Misaka versus Doppelganger in the finale of Railgun T.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's some bad. Oh no. Oh no. So far. Oh dude. Come on, man. Looks on some bad CGI. Not gonna lie. I hate this. Oh dude.
Railgun T, but while that battle between side characters has all the makings of a grand fight, I think it just lacked a bit of oomph in terms of spectacle and scale compared to what we have as an ending to Railgun T. Where else could you see a giant Godzilla in anime and a showcase of how badass Misaka really is? I mean, before this, you'd probably think how she's one of the weaker level 5.
So far, Black Clover is better than this.
The gallery of sociopaths or downright insane people. It makes you forget that Misaka is actually the third ranked among them. Well, look no further than this fight that caps off Railgun T's storied run, which sees her face off against a seemingly unbeatable foe with near perfect adaptability.
Nah, looks like shit.
The rest of Scavenger as uneasy allies also brought me joy when I first watched this finale. Now, I hope that this convinced you to give Railgun T a shot, especially
nah,
if you enjoyed the previous
not at
series.
all.
For an
Not
anime
at all.
third season, it hasn't lost its edge ever since the series started a decade ago.
That looks cool. Oh, that looked cool. That right there looked cool. Maybe I'm wrong. But the CGI... I'm sorry, the CGI and everything like that on the big fucking monsters that are like colossals, whatever they fucking are, looks like shit. Looks like bad fucking CGI. Looks like something that was made by a student or something. I'm sorry. The shot that she just did, very cool, very epic, but other things, nah.
Well, here's a battle featuring a side character now, as we move on to Berkoli versus Vector.
War of the Underworld. That's some good animation.
Of Sword Art Online's War of Underworld when went off to a fast start. After the controversial start to the season, I can see that a lot of people were brought back by the amazing fight that followed an episode after. And it wasn't Kirito's return that got people most excited. That would have to wait until around 5 to 6 more episodes. It was Bercoli's
What the
battle
fuck was
against
that?
Dark Lord Vector. Prior to this fight, we barely saw much of what Bercoli could really do, but this should prove that he more than deserves his moniker of being the legendary hero and the
I know I said that that's some great animation when it first started because it looked like it, looked like it. But now that I'm looking more into it, I don't know what to feel about this animation. And I don't know. Maybe I care too much about the visuals. I don't know. But
strongest integrity knight, going toe to toe with the Lord of Darkness.
I'm not sure if I like it or not.
But the leader of the integrity knights did it. As a novel reader, I can say that some details were omitted, which would have made the fight.
I can't follow what the fuck is happening.
Satisfied with what A1 gave us. This fight might not have been the most important one or the best adapted in this core, but in terms of visuals and presentation, this fight completely blows everything else out of the water. A1 really bringing their A game to their cash cow franchise.
Ooh.
We continue the battles against impossible obstacles with the entire sequence versus Tiamat in the last part of Fate Grand Order Babylonia.
Dude, I want to get into Fate Art so much, but there's so much to get into, to be honest. What the fuck, is she naked?
Now, I think I've cheated with this one a little bit. Why? Well, I won't be talking about...
What? What? Is this Final Fantasy? What the fuck is happening? I know it's Fate, but what the fuck is going on?
But I'll be compiling everything into a sequence.
Lasers, big monsters.
Marches towards Uruk is nothing short of awesome. Noble phantasms being thrown everywhere, so many character arcs finding their course, some really amazing scenes like Quetzalcoatl's double noble phantasm and the Mash and Merlin combo. For me, it's this series of episodes that made Babylonia the
That's a cool scene. That looks cool.
It helps that the music choice for these scenes are my jam, and along with the voice acting, it really enhanced these moments.
Ooh, that's cool.
Fate anime to watch, make sure you give this one a whirl. Don't be intimidated with how it's supposed to be towards the end of the Grand Order storyline. You can completely watch Babylonia as a standalone without prior knowledge of...
You see, this is what I mean with Fate, right? There's so much shit to get into, people get confused. And that's why he's saying you can only watch this alone and it will be enough, you know? Holy fuck.
We move on to a non-Japanese anime on the list.
Okay, I will... Before we continue, I'm sorry for stopping it for the 69th time. I'm a guy that really likes simple things. You know the end fight of Naruto? When in Naruto Shippuden, when Naruto fights Sasuke, or fists fight Sasuke? That's what I like. I like simple things. I don't like these lasers. One guy teleports behind another guy, then one guy, the third guy shoots a laser, and then the fourth guy teleports again, and there's shit happening you can't even focus. I need to know exactly what is happening because I don't know. Maybe I have like a fucking mini brain. I don't know. But I need to have it simple, but nicely animated. That's what I feel like. Most of these are too much because I feel like the animators feel like they need to overhype shit to the 9,000th level for people to think it's good. That's not what I think. I think simple but genius is the best way to go for me personally.
Like this one,
in fights.
Legend.
Nice.
If you've been following, I recently featured this fight a few lists back, and looking at the stuff that I've watched this year, I can proudly
Never seen this, but I want to watch it now. Very cool fighting.
say that I made the right call. Looking at the year as a whole, this final fight still holds up really well. Like, you can watch it without context and still be entertained. That's not to say that the fight has no emotional weight behind it though, but this one I'm pretty sure most people like for its choreography. And
Some kung fu Chinese old fighting style.
anime, yes, but thanks to the amazing team who brought us this series, we got something so aesthetically pleasing. We don't have grand attacks like noble phantasms that take up 80% of the screen.
Is he like the drunk kung fu master or something because he just drank some alcohol off the bottle or something like that? Maybe not, I don't know.
But as some say, less is more. And
Reminds me of like old like Jackie Chan movies. Best so far. The best one so far. Best one so far, 100%. 10 out of 10. Really like this one. What the fuck?
if you've been paying attention to my videos lately,
Ooh.
you won't be surprised to see this
Ooh.
one.
Ooh. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, this dude.
Fog Killer 5 elements may be short, but it brings with it a kind of animation excellence that's been sorely lacking in a number of its contemporaries.
Wow.
Maybe it's due to being less mainstream and thus being under the radar.
Okay, that's too much.
Have less pressure and probably deal with less deadlines. Whatever the reason may be, 2 thumbs up for the work they did in this sequence. In fact, if you were to tell me which Fog Hill fight I have to feature, I'd consider this interchangeable.
Dude, what is happening?
On another list. Make sure to check that video out too if you've got the time. Back to this topic though, this thing is insane.
Yeah, I see.
The video in slow motion and you can see how much work got put into the sequence in order to give us this experience. I had a hard time following the
Jesus Christ, exactly what he just said. I have a hard time following what the fuck is happening, but Jesus Christ, it's fucking pleasing to watch. It's like a fucking masturbation in the fucking anime. Jesus Christ.
times. And that's not a negative thing, not in this context. It instead adds to the experience of the scene. And it's an
Holy
experience
fuck.
you rarely get these days. You knew a My Hero fight is coming sooner down the line.
Nah.
More now because our next entry is Endeavor versus Hood.
I want to ask a question. Why is My Hero... I'm sorry for My Hero fans, but why is My Hero Academia popular when you have pieces like One Piece out there? It's literally almost like One Piece. They have different powers. The only difference is they go to academy, but they don't even fucking study there. There's always some fight happening before they even got the time to study and shit like that. Why is it even popular when... Because you have like animes like One Piece that already have these powers, right? They eat the fruit, you become a gummy man, right? You fireman, whatever, you know, like Ace and fucking, you know what I mean. And I don't know, it's... I understand that it's interesting to watch somebody having a fire power, bomb power, whatever it is, but it's so fucking overused. I feel like I don't understand why the fuck. It's not even a good plot line, if you ask me. You know, there's this evil organization, there's this good organization. It's like every other fucking anime ever, you know.
The latest season of My Hero Academia really gave us one spectacular send-off. It shows off some lit visuals as well as a big redemption.
But we are here to watch the fight, so let's see what the fight is.
Filled with high stakes because quite honestly, I think that the whole of Japan is screwed if Endeavor and Hawks can't take down the high-end Nomu. When Hood began seeking out strong opponents, he got what he wanted. And it was a spectacle.
That's cool.
The fight's not
That was cool.
But it's a very intense back and forth exchange with a lot of fake finishes. A lot of times you think that the fight's over, but the combatants just keep coming back. Plus we get to see a plethora of Endeavor's moves that couldn't have been animated any better. It's just simply beautiful. I personally still put United States of Smash as my favorite fight, but this one's right up there too in terms of how impactful it was.
The previous one is better, so far. As far as I can see, the previous one is better than this one. This one just has a lot of explosions, you know, like I don't know.
Place on this list is Jin versus Devi from God of High School.
I've seen this anime. The number 4 spot, the number 4 spot is better than the number 3 and this spot too, if you ask me. This one is good. Don't ask me. Don't even do it. It's amazing. But the number 4 spot is better.
High School entered with a bang, but unfortunately it can't carry that momentum to the end. When critics called God of High School an anime that's just full of fights, it makes you think that the fight should at least live up to the hype. Now,
True.
for the most part, I think the fights more than pull their weight and still make God of High School an exciting watch. At the forefront of many fights...
Exciting? No, not at all. It was not exciting at all. I'm sorry. It not even close. It was... How can I describe this? You know when you fap and you finish fapping and you feel tired? That's exactly what God of High School feels like. It's just a fap. It's a glorified fight and it's just over and nothing happens. I feel like it's just fucking, there's too much. Like everything happens in one time and in one go, and I don't know. There's nothing to see there, if you ask me. I don't know. There's only some good fucking faps, basically. But the fights are looking good.
demolish his previous opponent, and we finally learned why he seemed so hell-bent on winning. In the hopes of saving his friend, Davey had taken on a much more sadistic turn at fighting, and this new fighting style surely gave Jin a run for his money. The actual fight has to be seen to be believed, as we got a brilliant barrage of attacks that showcase...
Is this one where he transforms into the fox? Oh, into the fucking, like, where he gets, like, ultra instinct, basically? Or is it the next fight? I don't fucking forgot.
Intensities and will to win. The best part about it is that it ends with a classic happy ending for everyone, with bonds forged through fire and a renewed will to face tomorrow. You can find gems in the most unlikely of places, and that saying couldn't be any more true with the #1 entry for today's list. That one fight from Hitori no Shita.
I've seen this one. Actually, I agree with this one. I agree with the #1 spot.
If any of you expected to get a fight this good from a Chinese anime,
Yeah.
raise your hand. If you expected it to come from the 3rd season of Hitori no Shita, keep your hands raised. Okay, now if you kept your hand raised, you know you're lying, okay? The series as a whole isn't too popular, and who would have expected this gem of a fight to be hidden in its 3rd season of all places? Heck, I won't even consider it much of a 3rd season, but more of a transition to a possible 4th season. Yet, in this unassuming transition season of a niche show, we have some of the sleekest and smoothest animation for a fight scene in as far back as I can remember. For how much is going on and how fast
This
it's
is
moving, it amazes me how the animators just knocked it out of the park with this one. In terms of dramatic stakes, the fight might be nowhere near the top, but in terms of animation and fight choreography, it certainly takes the cake for the best fights in 2020.
I agree.
So, how did you find this list? Do you think that...
How do I find the list? Let's just go back to the main screen. Let's see. How do I find the list? I would say the guy did a great job that made the list, 100%. It's just me that I'm biased towards some animes, and not that biased towards others. I don't like My Hero Academia at all. I think people over-exaggerate a lot of times when they talk about it, and they make it much better than it actually is. I watched My Hero Academia, and it's just once like the people from like Gon and fucking the anime man Joey and fucking Connor would say it's fucking One Piece with attitude, basically. That's what it is, you know. And it's My Hero Academia. There's some good fights, I guess, but nothing really that special that I have not seen before. It doesn't deserve a spot, if you ask me. There's just a lot of fucking explosions happening. The last spot, the first spot, though, I 100% agree with, and it's coming from a fucking Chinese studio too, which is amazing to think about. And I hope they come out. I watched this one anime about. It's not that good, to be completely honest. I saw it from Gigak because Gigak was talking about it. It's about, I forgot the name of it, but it's about basically professional gamers. It's a professional gamer that plays this MMO, and he gets kicked out of his corporation, and he builds up a new character, and he gets to be the best in the world. And I hope that anime would get better, but it's not that good, to be completely honest. I thought it was better. The fights are okay, but the anime, the plotline is not that good. It's kind of scattered. But I hope the Chinese and Korean studios are getting more popular. I think the thing that they need to work the most on is the plot lines and the storylines. I mean, because that's what Japanese people have perfected, the story. That's what I see. Like God of High School, the plot and the story is so fucking shit. It has a purpose, but it's so badly introduced. You see so much more fighting, and you forget about the fucking story. You know what I mean? If you don't agree with me, you can also leave a comment, whatever. Not whatever. I didn't mean to be rude, but leave a comment if you don't agree with me. And if you agree with me, that's cool. And just basically write down a comment if you want to say something. What's your favorite fight? And yeah, that's the end of the video. Dude, I've been fucking doing this for like 24 minutes. I'm so sorry. 24-minute video. Yeah. Hope you like it. If you do, like I said in the beginning, press the like button. If you don't like it, press the dislike button and subscribe. See you guys in the next episode of me, I guess. I don't fucking